Hey guys, welcome to Tory Bash Takeover. This is Dr. Hacks, and with me today is Risk, the leader of the GM team. How you doing, Risk?
Good, how about you?
Pretty solid. Now we're gonna play your favorite mod, which is what?
It's called Tippy01.tbn. It's some weird Aikido bastardization here.
And why do you like this mod?
It's just a nice little touch on the regular Aikido thing. The wobbling platform makes it a lot more unique and gets some more interesting game elements than just bring the person to the ground.
Right. Well, we're here today because you wanted to talk to the Tory Bash community about an announcement you had. You want to get into that?
Yeah. Announcement here is about the GM team. We've had a lot of changes, and we want to get people informed and interested in the GM team and what's going on with that, especially now we've got the big influx of users from the Steam release.
Alright, so we're having a whole bunch of new Steam users, and you've rebranded the GM team. How are you... What are some of the big changes that people should look out for with the GM team?
Well, one of the main changes that we've had there is the introduction of basically a payment system for the GMs. The more you do your job and the better you do it, the more we've got these points that the GMs can earn that they can exchange then for other items and stuff.
So you're paying the GMs now?
Yes, we are paying the GMs now for doing their job, and we're hoping that this will not only bring up the activity, because it's going to get them more involved and motivated, but also get more people interested in getting into the GM team and all that, so we can get some consistently good and active stuff going in the community.
Now, as it stands right now, do the GMs need more members?
Right now, we're doing pretty solid at the moment, but we can always use more people, and especially since we don't know what all is going to happen with Steam here, how long this is going to go on, we're really looking to get more people and really stock up on numbers here.
So you're actually thinking of opening up a recruitment drive, if I recall correctly, right?
Yes, we're going to be opening up a recruitment drive here in the next day or so, and hopefully getting a lot of people from that.
And where can people find this recruitment drive?
It'll be listed in the news section. We'll have a thread there. It'll be sticky and everything, and it'll be really plainly labeled, something like GM recruitment drive, so it'll be easy to find all that.
And who all are you looking for to apply? What type of qualities and traits are you looking for with the GM team? Is there a belt requirement? Is there a... Obviously, I know because I've been a part of the team myself, but for the viewers at home, what all are you looking for? Is there any restrictions? Is there any harm in applying, etc.?
What we're looking for is people who know the community pretty well. We want people who know how things work, especially how to host events here. Definitely people with any kind of hosting experience, whether it's just things like if they host a lot of bet servers in-game or if they do a lot of the bigger forum events and stuff. We don't have any actual real restrictions on it. You can be a white belt who's never played a single game, but if you hosted a whole bunch of stuff, we want you. And no, there's no harm in applying. We're not going to come chase you down and laugh at you if you don't get in or anything. There's nothing to worry about as far as applying there.
And for the people who are new to Tory Bash altogether, because they're coming from the Steam community, can you just go in depth a little bit about what the GM team is all about?
GM team is basically the main hosters of Tory Bash. We are in charge of getting you guys all of the cool events that you see. We organize things like the Clan League and the often we have a hand in the World Championship and all that, and just the general events that you see in the events section. You'll see a lot of them tagged GM. That means we put that together. We've got the price together for it, and recently we've also gotten into sponsoring player-made events.
Can you talk a little bit more about the sponsoring of player-made events?
Well, if you look in, I think it's in the events section right now. It might be in the news. I forget where it was put, but it says GM sponsored events, and basically what that is you give us your idea for an event that you want to host, and if we like it, if it's up to par, then we will help you fund the prizes for it. And if it's not quite up to par with what we're looking for, or anything like that, we can help you, refine it, get it going. And it's really just a way for regular users to get more involved in hosting events here and just get their stuff out there better without having to be rich just to do something.
Cool beans. Do you think that by using that system, if you don't make it to the GM team this time around, it would be within their favor to continuously go to the GM team with interesting ideas? When they go to reapply for the GM team.
When they apply to the GM team? I'm sorry, I didn't catch the question there.
Oh, okay, it's no problem. If for any chance they didn't get accepted into the GM team this time around, but they're doing a lot of events sponsored by the GM team and come into the GM team with their own unique ideas, do you think that's going to work in their interest, in their benefit when they come to reapply?
Yes, definitely. If they are hosting a lot of events that we are helping them with through our sponsoring there, if they're hosting more events in game, whatever, any kind of hosting experience is going to help a ton in applying for the GM team. Especially if we've seen you, which we definitely have. If they've been working with our sponsoring stuff, then that's going to really make an impact on our decision on the application.
And a lot of people commonly ask, what should I write on my application? Can you give a brief idea of exactly what you're looking for when you write these apps? Because some people give some needless information, some people give interesting information we never thought of asking for. What do you like to see in an application?
Well, the application is entirely freeform, so really you can put whatever you want on there, but the things we really like to see are examples of your hosting experience. If you've been doing a lot of hosting in game, mention that. Maybe show us some of the globals you've had for these events, because if you're hosting in game, you've probably got globals for them. You've been hosting forum events where you made an event for it and everything. Link us to those threads. Show us any experience that you have. We love to see experience more than anything else.
I think by far, just by following those advice and tips in your application, you're going to go far. So people watching this video, you're going to have a leg up on the people who don't watch this video, because you'll know exactly what Risk is looking for. And Risk, as the GM team, what are you looking for in the future? What's your kind of goal for the GM team?
Our goals right now for the GM team are really to get solid and consistent hosting, especially for forum events. Some people might have noticed we've had a little bit of a lacking in those recently, but we just did a major revamping of the team, and we should be getting a pretty good flow of those now, and really we're just looking to strengthen everything we've got going now. We want to get more in-game events, more forum events, and really just have a really huge flow of fun stuff for players to go participate in and compete against each other with and all that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming in here, but before you leave, I'm going to give you just a chance for a couple minutes to get on your soapbox and say whatever you want to say to the Tory Bash community, whether or not you want to shout out to someone you like a lot, or if there's a message to the Tory Bash community you wish you learned before you hit 8th degree black belt, or anything. Go for it.
I can't think of anything in specific I'd like to say, really. And that you pretty much covered it all there.
Alright, well, as always, we love Ishii. Oh, you know what? I've got one question for you. I always ask the...
We all love Ishii.
We all love Ishii. I have one question for you that I always ask interviewers. What is your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon? that's a tough one.
I ask the hard-hitting questions that people are afraid to go to.
Yeah, this is the one to take lightly here. I mean,
No, it's pretty personal.
yeah. I think probably at least one of my favorites is Chandelure. That's the
Ghost
evolution
fire
living.
type.
What?
The ghost fire type, right?
Yeah, Ghost Fire type.
Ah.
Gets a lot of crap because of the simplistic candle design, but I really like the kind of. It's one of the more. I don't know if you'd say quite gritty ones, but it's just a really unique kind of twist off of what most of the Pokemon are, and gets it. It just stands out to me.
It's got a unique design concept and story, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for allowing me to ask you silly questions. And thank you Risk, so much for coming here today. Tori Pash Takeover always appreciates when we've got important people like the head of the GM team here to talk with us. And thanks guys so much for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button down below. If you want to see more of my videos, hit the subscribe button. It always helps me out. It always helps me bring new content. We should have a new giveaway coming around soon for summertime and Memorial Day. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, let's make sure Tori Bash takes over.